Hey guys, my name is Kayla and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing a makeup tutorial over this really simple eye look. Please continue to watch if you are curious as to how to get this look. Thank you very much in advance for watching and I hope you enjoy. So I did my face routine first and that consisted of my eyebrows and foundation and concealer, and I set all that because I did not want to make this video too long. If you hear my daughter in the background, she's in here with me. She's only 3 months old tomorrow, and she's gonna start fussing if she's not in here with me. Let's get started. So the first thing that I am going to do, oh, it's right here, is I usually do my full face minus the highlight before my eyes. I've been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, light to medium, and it's the powder one. This is what it looks like. So I usually take my Flower Beauty blush brush, but I don't really use it for blush. So I'm going to go ahead and dip into this middle shade right here like 2 times, and then like 1 light of this because it's a little too dark and it kind of looks a little bit muddy. The names, those 2 names are, this one's Java, and then this one's Fawn. So I'm going to like that, and then a little bit like that, and do that. And then I'm going to start right here. Dip back into Fawn. And then just right up there. I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to dip back into Fawn, and then once, and then hit Java lightly, and then I'm gonna go right here, and then I like to do that. I mean, I guess it bronzes up the face, but it's just contour that, I don't know which one. Do the same thing on this side. I'm going to dip back into Fawn and do my forehead. I'm really pasty, so, and I dip back into Fawn, and now I'm doing my jawline. So now I'm going to do, zoom. Now I'm going to do my nose, and I'm just going to dip into Fawn. That's the only one I'm going to dip into. And then just go like this. This is a Morphe brush. It came from a pack of them. Like I think it was a full face package that they came in that I got for Christmas a few years ago. So there's not really a name for it. I only use it for nose contouring. Now we are going to do blush, and I'm going to be using a Real Techniques Multitask brush. That's what it looks like. I've had it, this was like one of my first brushes, so it's kind of worn out. I'm still surprised it has the name on it, but I'm going to be using a Tarte blush called Paaarty, and that's what it looks like right there. So I'm going to dip into it like that, and then just go over the contour a little bit. Okay, now that that is done, I'm going to go ahead and sculpt this out while we're doing the eyes. So the loose powder that I use is by Makeup Forever. I think it's translucent. I don't know, it doesn't really say. That's what it looks like. And I'm using this really dirty Morphe sponge. I really need to clean it. I did not get it wet. I don't really get it wet every single time I use it because I mainly just use it for powder, and then I just started using it for blending out my concealer. So we're going to start at the mouth and then go up. And then I'm going to take a little bit more and then just fill in the chin. And then I think I'm going to take it like the tiniest amount and just go like that. Just a little bit. Okay. I think I'm going to use the Tarteist Pro palette, the eyeshadow palette. That's what it looks like. Ooh, there we go. Right there. I'm going to use a blending brush. I think I'm going to use this brush. It's by Morphe, and it came with that one pack with the nose one, so I guess it wasn't just a face one. I guess it was like all around. I think I'm going to dip into, I think I'm going to start with bold, and that's, oop, that one right there. So I'm just going to get a little bit and flick off the excess, and then I'm just going to pack it on right here in the outer corner of the eye and start blending towards the center of the eye, a little bit above the crease. I'm going to take a little bit more. Now I'm going to do the other side, the exact same. My daughter's blowing bubbles and it's the cutest thing ever. I'm going to go ahead and zoom y'all in so y'all can see a little bit better. I think that's good. So I'm going to go back into bold and just make it a tiny bit more pigmented. You want to do windshield wiper motions to make it more blended out. Maybe try flicking out in the outer corner, just flick it like that. You don't want to have a lot on your brush when you flick like that because it'll just legit make a straight line like that. And you don't really want that unless you're trying to do a cat eye, and that's the whole point. Sorry, I had to put her Paaarty back in. Came out and she was starting to fuss a little bit. So next I think I'm going to take I'm going to by using the same brush, I'm going to take a darker shade. I'm going to take Edgy right there. And I think I am still going to go pack that right here just to give it a little bit more dimension. And then I'm going to go do the exact same thing that I did with, what was it, bold, but a little bit lower. She spit her Paaarty out again. She's come to the age to where she likes to play games, so about around the time that we are like ready to go to bed and I'm ready to put her down to sleep for the night, she will put her Paaarty in. I will put her Paaarty in, and then she will either grab it out or spit it out, and then we have to put it back in, and whenever either me or my boyfriend or my mom goes to put it back in, she starts laughing and smiling at us. She really enjoys that. I think I am going to take a bit of a flatter brush. I guess it'd be considered a flat brush. This is the one that I'm going to use. It's a little bit fluffy. I'm not going to completely carve out with concealer. I'm just going to lighten it up on the center. So I think I'm going to use Classic right there. And then I'm going to start in the inner corner and then just go out to about halfway. I think I'm going to take a darker shade than that second brown that I used because I want it a little bit more dark in the outer corner. Okay. So I'm going to take a little bit more of a flat blend brush. Like that. I'll compare the other one. So this is the original one that I used. And then this is that one. And then this is what they look like side by side. Like that. You see this one's more fluffy on the left, and then on the right this one's a little bit smaller and more like tapered, I guess. So I think I'm going to use Smoked. Oop, it's fallen. Right here. I'm going to take a small amount, and then I'm going to just put it right there, the outer corner. And then blend a little bit in the crease. I think I'm going to take the original brush that I started with. I'm going to wipe it off a little bit and try to get off the dark shadow. And then I'm going to go back in with ooh, there's hair on that, with Bold. And then I'm just going to try and blend that out a little bit. And then it's still not completely satisfied, so I'm going to go in one more time with the smoked shade right here. And then just pack it a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's good. So because adding that darker color kind of defeated the purpose of adding that, I want to say eggshell color, classic, right there. I'm going to do it again. I thought she was going to be asleep when I started this video, but that didn't happen, so. Okay. So now I think we are done with that palette for right now. I still have to do the bottom lash line. I am going to take that glitter. It's by Makeup Forever. It's the Starlit powder. It's like that, and it looks a little bit like that. It is it's shade number 13. I think it's Iridescent Pearl. So I'm going to take a tiny, it's a little flat brush, but it's by Sonia Kashuk, and it came in a little pack of them together. I think there was like 6 of them. I got them a long time ago. So I'll, for anything that I'm using, I'm going to put down in the description so I don't miss anything, in case I do miss anything in the actual video itself. But I'm going to dip it in there a little bit because this is really pigmented. Set that right there. I'm going to start on the inner and go out like that. So I'm going to go ahead and blend over that. I think we're going to do the same thing on the other eye just to keep it the same, but I think we're just going to leave it like that. It's not really showing up that well. So what I did to make it to make those two blend together a little bit more is I went back in to the Tarteist Pro palette, and I used Smoke on the very first brush that we used. I just took a tiny bit and just patted it on the line where it was the first the shadow and then the Starlit powder. I'm going back in with a small brush that I used, and then I'm gonna lifting up, because I guess when I blended this way it took it down a little bit more, and I don't want to be down too low, so So I think now we are going to do the lower lash line. I'm going to take a pencil brush like this. This is from that Morphe bundle. There we go. I was looking for that word the whole time and it just now hit me. Okay, so thanks, brain. So I'm going to take this this pencil brush from Morphe bundle, and I'm going to start off with the very first one that we used, and that's bold right there. I'm going to dip it in there and take off the excess, shake it off, I mean, and then I'm going to shade underneath my eyes. I don't feel like a eye look is complete when the lash line is bare. It bothers me. I'm not sure how some girls can do that. I mean, if you like that, if that's what you do, then keep doing it, but that's just a personal opinion for me. Okay, so now I'm going to take that flat shader brush, and it's from that Morphe bundle, and it looks like that. I'm going to first I'm going to start off with Edgy. That was the second brown that we used. And I'm going to pack it on there, on the brush. Take off the excess, and then right underneath the lash line, I'm just going to do that. Okay, now we're going to take that same pencil brush that we used first, and we're going to dip back into bold, right there, just a little bit, and then we're going to blend those two together. Okay, I think now's a good time to brush away the loose powder. See, it looks a little bit more sharp. I think I'm going to end up adding more of the contour powder because it's a little bit hard to see, but that's usually how I have to do it anyways, because I like the sharp line, but it never really turns out, I guess, as dark as I want. So I'm going to go back in with Jabba and the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, and then just lightly do that. And then with that Morphe sponge right here, I'm going to just sharpen it up a little bit more since I just did that. And then I'm not going to bake since it already baked, and I'm going to just wipe it off. I'm going to put on mascara. I like to do false lashes, but I'm going to do that off camera. I'm using the MAC Extended Play Gigiblack Lash. Right there. That's what it looks like. It's a blue tube. That's what the wand looks like. I ran out of my regular mascara, so I'm just using it for top and bottom. But if there's ever a day that I wear just mascara, I don't care for this one because it doesn't give me like volume and length. It just really darkens it up, but it's really great for the lash line. Here. Okay. I'm going to do the top lashes just to darken it up a tiny bit. You ever get it in your hair and then it touches you and then it makes a line? That is the annoyingest thing ever. I'm gonna go ahead and do my lashes off camera. Okay, so now I have put on the lashes. I use the House of Lashes in the style Stella Luxe. So next I am going to blend my real lashes with the false lashes. I'm going to put mascara on. I put on mascara before and after because before the powder will get on the lashes and you can see clear as day that you are wearing, I mean obviously I'm wearing false lashes, but It doesn't really look too good when you can see the powder from your eyeshadow on your lashes that are underneath your false lashes. So I like to blend, like make sure they're actually blended together. So next I'm going to use a black liner. It's a Kylie. It's a black Kyliner. It's pretty basic and black. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my lower lash line. I had previously said that I always have to do my bottom lash line because I don't think a look goes together, and that includes false lashes. Once you start wearing false lashes, it's really hard to not wear them because having a lower lash line done and false lashes on top of that, it just makes the look way more, I guess, dramatic than it is, but it looks really good. So now that I have almost completed the look, what I'm going to do to actually complete the look is add an inner corner highlight and then do highlight on the rest of my face. So for that, I am going to use the same powder, the Starlit powder that I used over here, and I'm going to, for the inner corner, I'm going to use a Morphe x Jaclyn Hill, one of her brushes. This one is the JH41. It's a flat brush. I like using that one for my inner corner. So I'm going to dip it in to the powder a little bit, and then I am going to put it on my inner corner. You can see it a whole lot better on the inner corner than the actual eyelid. I have no clue why. I think I'm going to use the same brush and highlight my eyebrow bone. That sounds weird saying the full name, eyebrow bone. I don't know why you can see it more on these two areas than the actual lid. I guess because those are just places that you highlight. Okay. So we are finished with the eyes, and now I'm going to highlight my cheekbones, my nose, the tip of my nose as well, and then my Cupid's bow. I'm using the same highlighting powder, and then I'm using a Morphe M501 there, and that's what it looks like. So I'm going to dip it in, and then I like to go right here because it just makes it curved a little bit more. It's one of those highlights that looking directly on, you can't see it, but then you turn, just boom, right there. Look at that. This is my, by far, favorite highlight. And it's a little bit pricey, but I think that it is so worth it. So I took a tiny bit, and I'm going to do the bridge of my nose. And take a tiny bit more again, and then do my Cupid's bow. So now that all that's done, the last thing is lips. And I'm going to use this little sampler that I got from Sephora. It is the Tarteist lip paint by Tarte, and the shade is Birthday Suit. I think this color is very suitable for people with pale skin because it's not too, it doesn't make you look really washed out, and it gives you just a tiny bit amount of color that you need. I don't really line my lips unless I'm wearing a red or a dark color, I guess. I like this little sample that I got. I need to get more of the shades from this line because they don't really dry out your lips that much. So this is the finished look. I'm going to zoom back out so you can see it from behind, not behind, but from a little bit further away. This lash is annoying me because it is going straight down. So this is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and I look forward to filming in the future.